Hello, Sports fan. This is Stephen Hill with Sports Choice Plus, bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering Is This Right? Before I get to that, I want to make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can know all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. This weekend, Shedeur Sanders did his big one with so many other athletes and quarterbacks at Indianapolis Lucas Oil Field House, and this was for the NFL Combine. He didn't throw, but he went through interviews, he went through medical testing, and an anonymous quarterback coach came out with a quote. The only thing I hate about anonymous quotes is a person can't put their name on it, and it takes away from the actual power of the wording, because anybody can type behind a keyboard. Anybody can quote something to a news reporter and say, hey, this is off the record, or I don't want my name attached to it. But to say something, let us know how you really feel. Say it with your chest. But the quarterback coach from one of the teams picking in the top 7 of this year's NFL draft criticized Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders for being arrogant and brash in team interviews. According to league sources, quarterback coach seems to have an issue with the culture of athletes who brought fame and brought financial success before entering the NFL. Opinion from the quarterback coach, it says, appears that they have a problem with certain athletes that essentially I feel like they've arrived before they've done anything in the NFL. So it seems as if they're taking a person's personality or their choice to rock jewelry or their choice to be boisterous about who they are or their brand or lead with their brand. It seems like certain people or coaches or establishments don't like that. And then you got to think from Shedeur Sanders' standpoint, should he suffer draft stock-wise? Should his stocks fall because he's choosing to be himself? That's tough, in a quarterback coach within the top 7. So that lets me know the top 7 teams. You can just go down and see which one is which. And again, it's anonymous, so you got 7 choices. So essentially, you from the get-go, you just got to ask yourself: should Shedeur's draft stock fall because someone's opinion of him? I know that NFL teams are going to essentially make their choice regardless of whatever. But you got to think, negative campaigns like this or negative press like this, if you don't have your name by it, why not just keep it to yourself? Because most of the time, it's like throwing rocks at a glass house. And when someone essentially looks at you, it's like, hey, come here. Nope, I didn't do it. So, it's tough. But at the same time, you got to ask yourself, if you've seen 4 years of Shedeur Sanders, no matter if it was Jackson State, no matter if it was Colorado, you've seen what he's able to do. You know who he is. You know with the watch, with the wrist. You know about the chains, the fancy cars. You know about all these things. If you're going to take him as your quarterback, take him as your quarterback. Smear campaigns suck because essentially they can't fight back to you. They can't fight back at who you are because you essentially hold the power there because you could draft him. So if he responds in a negative way, it looks bad. And essentially, he could fall in the draft because of it. And it's a lot of people making reports that he's going to fall in the draft due to this. So it's just tough. It's never a positive thing to hear. And you want someone to get their NFL start off to a great time. You don't want to see somebody sitting in the draft green room longer than they need to. And it just sucks. But do you feel like anonymous sources should be made to be a verifiable source by putting a name attached to their actual words? No matter if it's a news report, no matter if it's an article, no matter if it's something on social media, do you feel like they should have to tag their name to it? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus on the YouTube platform, and we'll see you on the very next episode.